I feel like Navi's game plan is about playing before those things really become a big problem. Like, you want to annoy the laning phase of Beastmaster, you want to enable the positioning of a Grim, the early blink of a Mars, and
you know, defensive style, get the stacks up, not give up too many pickoffs. I think Yandex is one of the better teams at not feeding kills in the early game, particularly with their support duo. Very stable support duo. So this could be something that Navi does not enjoy in this series. They can't get some early pickoffs.
Ality full committed for it and does manage to get the first blood. Probably going to be traded out here with the...
Oh, he's chilling.
Had a fairy fire, so he'll stay alive.
And we see Zayats, he's just abandoning that lane. He's dragging Malady off of it, which I think is actually a win for him. Just hope he doesn't go down in the river here. He might.
Slowed down, hit by the dual breath, and that will be another death for Zayat. So, in talking about Navi and their strengths, you said some of the early game aggression is important in order to stave that off.
That's a big move to fail because it also means you're not bringing the support mid. So now we see Ridis TPing in, but this could just be a trap.
Already spotted by Soxa. He's going to be caught in the disruption, stuck in these trees, though the roar's going to go down, so he's going to be stuck either way. Now, Niku's
not
going to
on the
start
bristle.
getting some quills. But there is enough damage that Niku is going to have to back away. Picks up the arcane rune before he inevitably dies. Just such high damage coming from these two supports. Jira Jr. really didn't have to do too much there.
The early disseminate has really turned the Shadow Demon into a river brawler more than some of the old skill builds.
And now PMA is he just had two supports backing him up, trying to go after Kez and blink, and all of a sudden now he's the one outnumbered 1v2 and going to die, and perhaps his Wisdom Shrine is going to be under assault too. That's another 15 seconds till that.
Support level difference. If the Grim's one level higher instead of that Jakiro, maybe you can get that extra kill. These things add up.
PMA will die off of the ice path pretty easy for Watson. Man, Watson's just having a dream game. 4,500 net worth for both him and the Beastmaster, while the Dragon Knight and the Bristleback have yet to breach 4K.
It has definitely left the Mars out to dry here. So some of these moves have to succeed. I'm going to try and invade and steal some stacks. I like this idea. Bunch of low ancients here.
Jr. got him on the silence right before he can get off the roar. Now they're going to chain it with the stun. Will they have enough damage for all of this? The stroke comes through. He gets off the roar, but he does die. Now Malik is going to try and take advantage of the stun, as Niku has already taken so much. He is very dead for this. It's going to be a trade-off still of 1-for-1, possibly 2-for-1, as Zayats, knowing he's dead, just tries to snipe couriers. I did not see how much they got off the ancient stack, but unless they stole a whole lot, that did not seem worth it. He's like had this Deso for a little bit. He's halfway to his BKB, but he's going to join his two supports on a smoke gank, see if he can get some Deso charges here instead of just completing the BKB first. Niku, first target they run into underneath the tier 2 tower, and they easily slay him. Now the roar goes out on Got the Juice, half HP already. Trying to save him with the arena. It's not going to do much, though. The drums just keep on banging. Now it's going to be Watson in some trouble, though. Maybe they can at least get this one kill. They throw out the silence. Both supports are trying to do the damage to finish him off. The stroke comes through. It's still not enough. He's ticking, but he will not die. Watson stays alive through it all, and Navi lose every single hero outside of Zayats, who may still die as dodging the bushwhack. Watson goes back in and finishes him off, seals the deal. 5 for nothing. Nada. They got absolutely 0 out of that.
Yeah, but I think DK takes way less damage from macro Firestorm if he can just BKB and sit there.
Oh, for sure. Smoke on smoke is going to break things. Well, initiation. PMA gets a beautiful jump, but the disruption goes out instantly. They're going to kill the Shadow Demon, but it gives Jira Jr. the chance. BKB, roar goes out, focusing on this Dragon Knight with his BKB, but now the physical damage of the Kez and just the right clicks of both Jira Jr. and Malik will bring him down anyway. Mars goes through the escape. PMA cuts one wave and does manage to TP out. But it does feel like if I was coaching Navi, I would feel like there was a lot of heroes that were a problem here, you know? And so, like, what do you even do about that? Jira Jr. not bothering to use the BKB until now. As he commits onto Niku with the TP coming in from the Underlord, they easily get that kill. And just running away for the Navi supports. They'll both be able to, well, maybe not. Jira Jr. is actually ahead of Zayats here. Zayats, he's kind of sandwiched in. Not only will he lose his Shrine of Wisdom, but perhaps still lose his life, cuts through the trees and gets ahead of Sox Up before the disruption can stop him. So he does manage to get out, but these cores are just getting blown up so quickly.
Crimson, Vlad's, Drum. All the ore is already done for this physical-oriented lineup with the Kez on the front line.
Take the roar. Whatever shows up. Jared Jr. executes Zayat. It is there. I mean, there is a buyback on the Hoodwings, and now the roar is on cooldown. Is there a chance that NAVI can take an advantageous fight here? Man, they don't even feel confident pushing forward. Jared Jr. just blinks onto him. Not even caring. Good arena. Catches the back line. They go for the Shadow Demon. The Shadow Demon. Oh, he still got off the disruption before the Inkswell. It delays his death a few extra seconds, or maybe it delays it entirely. He gets off the Demonic Cleanse. He's not going to die. Once again, it is NAVI trying so hard to get a singular kill, and Yandex deprived them of everything.
You have to make it work.
That's the thing, is they don't have like the most amazing single target abilities to play off of Soulbind, so Dragon Tail. Catching the SD at the start is beautiful, and Watson, he'll be stunned up immediately. Did not get off his BKB, not recognizing the threat whatsoever. Now he's gonna die for it. No, Watson still fighting through. He's still keeping himself alive. Jesus, he survived for so long. It felt like he was guaranteed dead with how much damage was on him already, the ticks, but he survives long enough to get a boatload more damage in. NAVI will finally get some kills, but
you'll take that. Sacrifice the 5, push your DK towards that Daedalus. Yandex, they're not going to get too much more off this. They're going to try for a Demonic Purge here. That is an Ag Purge.
There's the catch of the gate. Macro Pyre burning him out. Miku's not going anywhere, man. Now the gate. Mal comes through, hits a pit on 2 more heroes. They'll back out. Really doing damage, Kazurai Katana, because he just kills them outright with his physical damage before the ticks even really started hitting. Unlucky, got the juice, runs into Watson. One hero he could not afford to run into. Every other hero, BKB, TP out, but Kez kills him in 2 seconds flat.
Oh, so they just call it. Yeah, I don't blame him, dude. That was like, okay, get me out of Kez world. I don't want to ride Mr. Kez's wild ride anymore. And you can't blame him on that one. 8-1-8 for Watson. Continues his dominance from yesterday. He is just owning these games, dude. He is in the zone right now, and that is good news.
2 things. If it's on your team, you know it's the first time this person's ever playing it, and if it's on the enemy team, they're the biggest sweat lord you've ever met, and they know every spell off by heart.
I mean, you know, it's such a skilled hero in that instance, because even in the replay, I don't think Watson even moved his hand on the keyboard. He just right-clicked one time and he went.
So I think it's a very hipster pick. It's very Niku. I think it fits the theme of wanting to snowball early game, but I think it's another case of if you reach the mid game, Yandex is going to be pretty preferable. So the onus, if you will, is on NAVI.
Onus. You're just going to have to execute those, get on the back line, start threatening this guy, not give him free team fights where he can have the same impact like he did in the previous game.
Tidehunter sneaking around is going to get 3 bounty runes for Yandex. In fact,
you should have banned the SD.
Oh,
should have banned the Shadow Demon.
I can't believe they knew they were getting 3. And Soxa still said, "What? Hold my beer. I'm going to get us 4. Sunstrike, if it had landed, they would have been able to run down Zayat perhaps. But as it stands, it misses. Watson gives up on the kill.
Shackle lands bottom. This is an entangled Wind Ranger.
It's going to be a lot of damage. Yeah, look at him. Just being chunked down between the combination of the bonus damage off of that level 2 Shackle shot with the Tangled Facet and the fact he's missing strength from Decay. Bad combo on Watson. Watson managed to slip on through. Still has a lot of regen, Healing Lotus, and 6 Magic Wand charges and a Fairy Fire on top of everything else. Shackle shot turned back around on PMA. Gonna drop the Tombstone. They're gonna deal with the Tombstone. Nice and quick. The Sunstrike is going to land off of that, though, so PMA is going to get quite low. They still have a Blood Grenade. Watson He's just got to be careful, mind his own HP here, but Zayat is largely out of resources. Malady drops a blood grenade, still going for that kill. Shackleshot launches into Zayat. Zayat is going to end up dying. Watson is going to go for both now as he win runs, chases after PMA, and the final hit will come through, a double for Watson off the laning phase. Watson has been cooking.
So big pressure point for NAVI. You need to go to this Kez as much as you can.
Zayat is trying to find the opening on Chira Jr. Gets the bushwhack on him, hits him with the blood grenade. Niku, tornado goes out. Niku still puts some damage on Chira Jr. Deafening blast trying to push him away, but the Raven's Veil will ensure it. He is gone. Now Watson trying to get the revenge on Niku. Looking good for it too with the focus fire. Niku jumps over to the other side of the tree, still tracked down by Saksa. A zombie following him as well. Surely he dies. Indeed he does.
Heads up TP from Watson there. Kez is out of control, but the Wind Ranger with an early 6. Like, that's a very early 6 for a side lane. Even get the chase down on
did so
Zayat.
much damage.
Man.
Another question is, what do you do from here as your Kez, right? You already rotated supports into mid. Does he just like play as Dragonite, keep chipping away at this mid tower?
Well, I think you want to just go fight as much as possible.
Rotation comes through, got the juice, already bringing Watson low here. The wind run on cooldown.
Oh, is that a misclick?
Die underneath tower.
I think that was a misclick by Sox of the self-disruption. Very awkward.
Now, we're left with 2 supports underneath the tower. Navi taking their time going for this dive. Where's the rotations at? I guess they don't really have a mid to help them save their safe lane. The Chiro Jr. just needs to fully recover, and Malik not having a TP.
There is nobody who can rotate. It's only the Tide, I guess, who can come in and Ravage lane. He's gating now, but that's late to the party. That's a great connection from Navi. At least till he gets that first item, whether it's, you know, Midas, Helm, Hammer, whatever it is. If that item gets delayed, he's just a creep. Unless you're getting Sunstrike kills, which haven't really come together here for Yandex. Very awkward game for them. Navi finding some holes in the armor.
Drop the golem on him. It's still going to take a lot to bring this guy down. He's going to Ravage off of this with the Sunstrike. They easily kill Zayat. I don't know what the game plan was there, because Malik, I don't think you can really kill him with the Weaver anyway. Maybe if you bring in Niku, now that's a little different. There's a hero that can actually put damage to cut through the Tidehunter's Kraken shell.
This is an easy invade for Navi. Can just send the Weaver in here. He can scout it out. Limited stuns in this Yandex lineup to threaten Got the Juice. I'm gonna try here.
Tornado half HP. Sunstrike's gonna do some damage if it lands. Instead, the time lapse goes out and he's able to get away. Malik is trying to close the distance. They can Ravage off of this. Throw silence on this Tidehunter. Ravage goes out and the Weaver will die. Actually, Ravage with the shackle shot on the side. Watson, he catches both Riddies and Niku. Now Niku, whoa, big turnaround though. That is gonna hurt. A Raptor Dance that gets him the double kill, and away he goes. A grappling claw away and out of the hands of Yandex. Oh, nice little snag there from Zayat to pick up the extra kill on Saksa as well.
See if you can get out here. Might not be worth it if you give another kill to Watson.
Yeah, but Nico's around. They can't really keep chasing when Nico's here. Look at the damage he puts on Malik. Bushwhack pulling back in. Malik not getting any love from the Blubber. Will not be released from any of these controlled abilities. Now Malady in some trouble. Good shackle shot, though. That'll clear things out.
Kez is an absolute menace. He's even going to steal their whole Ancient stack.
And they got the Wisdom Shrine, got the juice with his Deso is going to show up after taking the Wisdom Shrine. What a shackle shot. Oh, it almost led into a kill. Got the juice so low. Still has his ultimate. He'll finish off the Undying, and off the Warlock heals, he'll get away.
What a pace NAVI are setting right here.
Yeah.
Zero, it only really kills people with the focus fire. He can only do so much.
What happens if he's the one who gets ganked? Oh, the Bushwhack just a little shy there. Zayat's overconfidence. He was going to be able to land that. Misses his ultimate. Watson still trying to run away from Niku off this amp damage. Looks like they'll collect the kill off the Kazurai Katana. No problem. So, despite the whiff, they still get it. Easy invasion for Navi. What are the chances that Yandex, like, is it even possible for them to keep up, stabilize this net worth? Got the juice. Niku, both sneak around the side here, aren't going to be met with the Ravage. Manage a grappling claw up. Niku dodges a lot of damage off of that. Meanwhile, Raptor Dance doesn't really hit too much. Immediate retreat from Yandex. Will tip mental damage on Malik as his Ravage just did not shape up to be what he thought it was going to be, and he's going to be chased down all the way underneath the tier 3s. Just no help coming from the team whatsoever. With the Shikuchi running deep into the back lines, Yandex are not able to maintain the formation that allowed them to come up the victors in game 1.
One of the classic SD counters.
Meteor going to drop on Niku here as he catches Jiro Jr. trying to farm up some of these camps and a TP away, denied by the Underlord.
This is spiraling completely out of control. This is as good as it gets for Yandex. Unless you can make something happen with this kind of timing.
They're gonna steal another Wisdom Shrine. I mean, Ali's just sitting here watching it. As soon as got the juice shows, it's like, oh, well, I'm not taking that. Sox is a free kill. I mean, they're up 18k net worth, but they're up just as much in levels. 16 level advantage? What? Good lord. Malik.
Disgusting.
Once again, gonna die underneath the tier 3, it looks like. Niku. Okay, no, he's not gonna keep going.
Dude, the burst damage from this Weaver is disgusting with the early shard pickup. I mean, come on, that's a that's a dig. That was an unnecessary dig. Oh, great
well,
hit.
there goes your Ravage Cataclysm. If they find Shira Jr. first, your 1% chance at a team fight win becomes 0. All right, 5 more seconds. You can make the initiation anytime. About now. See what he can hit. Goes for the Kez. Cataclysm out and no, man, that's just not fair. That's not fair. You can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to just Raptor Dance and dodge the full combo. That's broken.
He's even giving him the smileys.
Somebody call the ref, man.
My.
That should be disqualified.
So
Get out of here,
stupid.
man. That's not cool. His goddamn Kez hero is just broken, man.
Oh my god, that was their one chance. The shackle didn't land. He dodges Cataclysm damage.
You're gonna have the Bristle from the last game or from the Kez, sorry, from this game, right? Like you get all these extremes, but yeah, for Navi, they had a much kind of more well-rounded lineup. They got this big counter pick, and you know, we said for Yandex, they were greedy. Malady.
Cheers,
Jr.
that's
Yeah.
CJ.
Game.
Is that Malik?
That's Malik.
Yep.
That's got the juice.
Well, they would have bounced back. They didn't give us the
That's
puck.
fair, mate.
100%. Maybe the mid lane more important though to me. Like if Niku can replicate any of that advantage or pressure he was able to create with the Kez with this Viper, we can see Navi just go to him and try and blow the game open through that mid lane again. Very good target to attack. There's the first blood.
Easy rundown for the Dragon Knight and Ringmaster. Not that the Viper necessarily needs it. Just right-clicking you and having corrosive skin is also good enough to make successful trades. PMA, final hit in, trying to block off with the trees. Malady goes for the dive. Oh, hits him with the torrent. He's going to die. PMA, he lives and gets the kill on Jakiro. What a clutch move there. The tree, the Wex build, the tornado and EMP pull in. What is the point of going this facet? What do you want out of it?
Some people really like this Axe Tornado upgrade. Like they just believe in the DPS and the damage it can output in a fight. I personally don't think it's stronger than the Kata, but if you have to go the Quas Wex for early game and laning, especially when TP support can come through.
Man, got the juice, just tanking up this tower. Really wants to put the pressure on with the Siege Wagon. He's doing so successfully. Pulled back into the Dragon Tail. Here comes the whip. Big damage on Malik. He gets off the spear before he goes down here. A little bit more damage. And look at that spear setup. Straight into a 2-man bushwhack underneath the tower with Chira Jr. coming in. Not only to defend the tower, but the Wisdom Shrine. Yandex walk away the better for it in that engagement.
He almost lives there until Stone's coming through. Gonna fight for Wisdom Shrine with the Jakiro. With the
Pass on to hitting 2 different targets, though. Malady is certainly going to die first here, and Watson is not able to threaten anybody quite enough. A little bit too greedy out of Yandex, trying to get too much on both sides. And this Clinks, I really like Clinks as an answer to Viper. It feels like one of the few heroes that actually threatens this very meta mid. But this early on, it's not like Clinks is doing too much to Viper.
No, not a good matchup for him early. Gets way better later.
Nice pick up on Riddies here, trying to secure 8-minute power move, but look at this rotation from Got the Juice, comes out of the safe lane and cuts over to bring down Chiro Jr. One final deafening blast to try and help out his team, but Melody will not be saved by that. Arena goes out. Here comes the Clinks, throwing in some pot shots, finishes off PMA, now focusing on Niku. Can he kill this Viper? With Malik there on the other side, Niku sure to die as the final hits. It finishes them off. Deathpack keeping Watson alive for now, dodges the dagger and gets away with the invisibility. Malik, while missing the spear, should be fine to retreat. Got hit by the Dragon Tail. Now the follow-up whip. Watson, he's got plenty of resources actually. 11 Magic Wand charges, Healing Lotus, Sunstrike that lands on Riddies, and the high ground hit that also lands.
High ground wards both on that spot. It's kind of wild. This is usually not a safe laner that finds himself in a lot of those early fights successfully.
Watson again with the early rotations. He was doing a lot in that Wind Ranger game, trying to salvage a bad early game. But this one, they're trying to pull ahead here as they already have the net worth lead. But a good grab, catchy lick saves him. Dragon Knight stun onto Chiro Jr. And they'll actually get the better of that situation. Not entirely sure what that Viper Strike was, but you know, it's fair enough. They got the kill. I also think Largo is too good of a counter to a lot of their damage, right? The Bushwhack, you pull him away, it breaks the Bushwhack link, right? Takes away much of Jakiro's damage with all those damage over times with the Dispel going on. And even just the repositioning against Invoker and Clinks stops a lot of damage there too. Speaking of that, Clinks got hit by a full combo here. Boat Torrent trying to save him up the arena, but the damage over time for the Viper is too much. And now Malik's going to feel pretty bad about this. TPing down, using the arena, using her full combo, and unable to save the carry.
Great move around these ancient camps, especially for Invoker. You need to keep that mid-lit tower alive as long as possible.
And look at this massive rotation. Niku straight to it. With all that movement speed from the smoke and the Largo, they catch up the Watson. Multiple dusts if needed. Guaranteeing the kill. Navi, massive rotation. 5 heroes to this bottom lane. They're already pushing the tower, which I think maybe...
And their read would be correct. The jump is coming. Blink available for Got the Juice. He's just running it down mid. He is mega farmed.
Oh, Chiro Jr. is going to get caught farming this camp. They stopped protecting him because he was going to back up and hit neutrals. But this, I feel like every mid farms this area. It's such a good area to smoke to.
That's like... kind of a way to bypass it a little.
They will have this really annoying like arena plus this Ags tornado plus the burning army. Like this AoE control is going to be kind of nasty for Navi to walk into. As seen, they can still blow up some of these heroes like the Viper. Chiro Jr. gets hit by the Dragon Tail. Arena safe though. Beautiful arena. That'll help them reset quite a bit here. And these heroes hit by the tornado right as the Burning Barrage came through. Spear though to finish off Riddies. That's good enough. Bushwhack not going to latch onto anything. PMA getting the grab on Saksa. Yandex should just protect their support and back away as 5. Yandex getting a little aggressive and finding an opening in Navi's armor.
DK still leading the pack here, making moves, all 17. It's been a great game from Got the Juice here.
Very impressive in performance by him, but he's walking in without a BKB right now. He's going to be chain stun and almost saved. Riddies gets him out with the box, though the Burning Army still hitting him. He's taking no damage whatsoever. Between his armor and his Crimson Guard, that Burning Army is pretty easy to shrug off. Saksa trying to make him run for it with the Scurry. EMP pulling back in. Niku burned out of all of his mana. He's got some help, though. Gets a Holy Locket. Now he can go back in, go after the Clinks. The Clinks, Watson, he's going to die immediately here. And they still have Viper Strike to throw down on the second life. They're going to try for it. And Niku, he's going to stick around. Viper Strike on Watson. Watson kind of tanky, though. Turns the damage back around on Niku, fighting for his life, but gets whipped down. Does end up falling. And the escape back once again from Riddies. Bailing on some of these heroes. Dodges the spear, pulls back in Malik. Hit by the Ice Path. Niku is waving goodbye to Malik as Malik is heading out of here in a grave.
Oh, they got the Dragon Knight, but man, they pay a steep price, losing his Clinks twice.
Yeah,
that's a huge pickup for Sox. I mean, this Roche is going to spawn while that's dead.
What is doing out here, man?
He's doing God's work. That's what he's doing. He just took an entire Daedalus out of the game for 2 minutes while Roche is spawning. Gets a D-ward, and now Niku's just dead. How the hell is he there?
I don't know. I mean, he got speared a little out of position, but there's no way he should be all the way out here. Saksa finally does get caught on his adventures through Navi's side of the map.
He absolutely missed way more than he should have on that kill attempt. That is ridiculous. And now that's DK form, clock ticking.
And a spear back on Niku, caught again. Oh no, Navi. Not like this. Yules, they catch Giants as well. Escape act will only last for so long. The arena lasts longer, so one pickoff turns to two, and now it is entirely Yandex's Roshan. Is Chira Jr. reading the counter Tormentor play? Like, Roshan is obviously theirs, and he's saying they're going to do Tormentor, and he doesn't want to let that happen. He's in position to catch some heroes here. Tornado goes out, little bit off the mark. Got it. Dragonite in the back. Lightyear catches two. Now here comes the spear. They escape back. It's not going to bail him out of this one. They've been caught. Chira Jr. throws out the meteor. Doesn't really hit. Okay, it hits Got the Juice in the end. They get that. Get two kills of the three a BKB forced on PMA.
And there's a gem. This game is very scary for Navi. I think they still have some options to win a true 5-on-5. But how do you get that on even footing? It's so damn hard.
Just burn out the mana of Got the Juice. I was going to say, this is kind of a poke, but they're almost killing him. He has to BKB. They're still going to kill him.
Is he dead?
He's just dead.
Brother, that is not good. That is very not good here for Navi. So no buyback available. Didn't even get to use it in the fight. DK form running down, though. It's halfway.
Audi almost getting found here. He's going to be psyched, though. Is he going to get blown up before the BKB? He is.
He's gone.
The rest of Navi cannot get here in time to bail him out. And now that big damage threat is gone. Even with the Dragonite dead, look at how Yandex are positioning this. They're still kiting them out the entire way. In fact, Watson's going to TP away from Niku just in case. That Viper Strike being used. Pull back in Chira Jr. If only there wasn't this control on the Viper. Viper trying to hit Chira Jr. might actually have a chance to get this kill, even if it costs them everything else. At least kill the Invoker. And indeed they do. Tornado holds them back. They can reclaim the gem? No? Okay, they're just full retreating here before they get caught. Perhaps a wise thing to do, as they will both barely escape with their lives intact.
Do they not see Nico here? This is insane. What?
I mean, I can't believe they're trying to get this Dragonite to, I don't know, they're trying to get him to level 25 or something, but the setup is already there. The tier 3 is gone. They're going to be dealing with Megas if they're not careful. Barely saved by the escape back. There's the initiation. Got the Juice jumping the Mars, trying to stop him, but he can't put damage on him. Nico trying to claw out of this macro player, and the shots, they just follow him all the way through. The arena now goes out. Scythe Spear. Got the Juice gets blown up. It's way too easy for the setup of Yandex. They're going to play off of buybacks here. Watson going to be pulled in. Nico trying to finish him off with the poison. They do have the first life down. He's going to slot in the cheese. Not going to be an easy kill the second go. Hit the torrents. He's going to finish off these buildings. Navi are going to be playing up against Megas here. Initiation, spear back on a PMA, trying to pull him out with a catchy lick. Not good enough. The meteors surround him. Final bit of damage required for Megas is secured, and Yandex, despite the buybacks from Navi, they can't even get a team fight.
The net worth lead is insane. 40k, full Wind Waker on the Mars. They did eventually find that amp damage bomber.
Gonna go for Got the Juice. Got him on the spear. 100-0 as the arena zones out the supports from being able to reach that Dragonite. Dead for 2 minutes. Yandex.
Yeah,
Watson clean house here. Watson, triple kill. Let's see if they can get him a rampage. Okay, maybe not, actually. It's gonna be him possibly dying. Got off the cheese just at the edge of it. Niku does die to Malik, so no rampage for Watson. Just the ultra kill.
They will have to settle for that. Another dominating game from him.
I mean, you said clean. There was a fair amount of back and forth.
I got distracted.
Clean-ish.
Yeah, I got distracted.
Just had to finish out the sentence there. But yeah, it was a little bit more back and forth. And I'm glad that we saw it. We keep harping on about it, and I'm going to do it again right now. Game 1 was just so dominantly the way of Yandex.
And that's why I think maybe you have forgotten about this hero. But yeah, on paper, it looks like a good Terrorblade game, and I do want to go back to the point of the damage that they have. It's a lot of scaling damage through items and levels, and that's where I'm looking at Na'Vi. You need this Ember Spirit to thrive.
On paper, very good matchups. Like, this is a free Terrorblade game. Any Terrorblade player will tell you, give it to me in this slot, all 1v5, you know, solo level style. I don't care about anything, pure anime mode. But this hero is just not what it used to be. It can get chunked a bit more. People can outscale it. The games go late. Him with 6 slots, not as strong as he used to be with 6 slots relative to the rest of the pool. Is he just dead here, by the way?
I think so.
This is
really well played by Na'Vi. They set up the trap to gank him initially. He's forced to TP out to lane. Riddies might die. Body blocking isn't good enough. Malady does get the turnaround kill on Riddies, but
as I was saying, I think this lineup for Na'Vi is the most similar to that game 2 stomp that they had.
okay.
Where it can just snowball really quickly, get out of control, it can dominate the lanes. You have a lot of kill threat, a lot of playmaking. Might be another kill on Malady. Yep. I mean, we're seeing it right here. Like, I think they've already gotten more action done in the first 2 minutes here than they did in.
Getting a lead over Chira Jr.'s puck as Ember.
You know, watching this series, the OG series earlier, and the series yesterday as well.
And drained and will die yet again. Boy, this safe lane is not working at all for them.
Disable's got a little stacked, but you got what you wanted for. You got the power and you got the tower damage. You're going to force puck to base. It's still a victory.
He can hold the next wave thanks to the shield rune. Burn through it, allowing the creep wave to protect that siege wagon. Again, good toss back. Saksa immediately responds with the silence, though. Makes things a little bit harder to get. Rift on 2, controlling these heroes, keeping the Ember Spirit, but he's being healed up, and Yandex just do not have the heroes to full commit.
So it's a deadly rune on the map right now. Bottom lane's just been abandoned. Watson in the jungle, getting hounded by Zayats.
Science will get the toss back, tossing him into the Ember Spirit here. They'll run him down. Watson gets his level 6 off the neutrals, and he got off the
what a sick play.
away. What a sick move from Watson. Having the awareness of how close he was to 6, finishes it off on the neutrals. What a turn. Does not push down lane, but he is going to do that. He is going to be spotted by Yandex. The team is backing him up, though. If they don't make a fast move on a PMA, PMA is going to have backup here. Both the Ember Spirit and the Tiny trying to get here in time. Avalanche over the top, catching 3 different heroes. PMA is making his way away with the Plasma Field. Now Watson has to depend on the Sunder. Does manage to get it off on the Ember Spirit. That's good enough. PMA chases down Saksa, while Watson makes a break for it through the left side. Niku stops him with the chains. Zayats kind of too much in the way. He was looking for another toss back, but I think they should just be happy with what they got, saving the Razor and killing Saksa.
It's just a tier 2 gone, and this would be even more map control so early in the game.
They're gonna try and fight it without the Chen. 10 seconds and he'll be up to at least use the global, but they make the initiation anyway. Going for the Warlock here with the spear and the silence, making sure there's no golem drop. Nicely played initially with the catch on the Templar Assassin. This is just a beautiful opening. Mallet
Can they get
them all up for it.
Okay, that is some over-aggression from Na'Vi. Didn't even get the tower, just kind of clumping for this arena jump. I wouldn't advise it. You could, though.
Well, you can do a lot of things. The initiation on Got the Juice as the Aegis expires. What a toss back! Zayat's ready to go with the counterplay, and Got the Juice is getting out. Fatal Bond's Golem is going to be dropped on the team. Not that Na'Vi can really turn around and fight too much. With the Templar Assassin so wounded, some of the spear doesn't go land. Coil on Niku. Maybe they can get this Ember Spirit. Got him out of silence, Waning Rift, re-silence, and control just enough. They could not kill the Templar Assassin, but they still net 2 kills, 3 actually out of that fight.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. There's going to be a talk after this game, win or lose. They get that gunpowder gauntlet, though, which I think always feels super nice. Gives you a little extra damage. There's the fight
back with
breakout.
the link on him. Very nice.
Not a fight. Yandex want to take with that start to it. Kind of a late Roche spawn. Unfortunate for Na'Vi here, but they can definitely look for more.
Got him off the avalanche, the toss up in the air. The spear goes through, stopping off the juice though. And now Shiva's out from Shira Jr. He's going to be okay with Watson joining in the fight with this meta. This could be devastation. Navi though still getting a really good link on PMA, trying to finish off this Mars. He comes back down from the Yules, throws out a spear to push back off the juice. PMA sticks onto him with the plasma field, not quite enough. It does not tick him, and the Mars survives. They get through. Once again, the Mars is just making beautiful initiations or counter initiations in this case. That spear catching Got the Juice, saving Chiro Jr.'s life, and setting up a pretty decent arena. It's just the damage isn't quite there yet. Jumping forward, Chiro Jr. is not going to let him go away peacefully here. Watson still chasing with the meta. They bring down one. PMA cutting the link there, right in the middle of all these heroes. Pops BKB, Essence Ring, makes a run for it. Nothing to stop him. He goes for a TP away. The last couple of hits from Watson are not going to be good enough. Now Chiro Jr. chasing after Niku. Hit him with a silence. Now with the Yules, the spear to follow it up. Nice avalanche from Zayat. Bails out Niku. And Niku is able to remnant himself away. Have Yandex got enough out of this?
The thing is, the butterfly's still just super good on this hero. I mean, like, it's a high damage item.
Yeah. It's not like it's the only right-clicking hero either.
Yeah. So it's still good.
Chiro Jr. toss back to Got the Juice with Golem. Layering the stuns as best they can. Coil to hold him back as Chiro Jr. jumps to his orb. Links up, TP's away. The Ember Spirit, can he get him on the slight chase? He got him! Niku there. Stops the TP out. Now Chiro Jr., all he can do is try and pull them deeper and deeper inside the base, but he is gone.
Rat's getting caught right now.
Do you think they could just 5-man up to the high ground? I don't think they can. I think the what they've seen from these spearbacks and everything is it's actually too dangerous. Almost got the spear back onto Got the Juice here. Instead, catches the Warlock inside the arena. Now, Got the Juice, they're trying to work their way through this Aegis. It's going to take a while to kill him, even the once. PMA comes down from low ground. Good plasma field to lead things off. Malik is almost dead. Pops his BKB, trying to keep PMA from getting too much here. The static link only gets a little bit. Watson trying to put some damage out, but he's just not sure who to hit here. Needs a Sunder in a second here. Goes
that was not the Sunder.
Okay, that was not the Sunder at all. If you had popped it on Got the Juice, maybe this could have been okay, but Yandex taking the fight outside of the base does not go well for them at all. Chiro Jr. is going to try and cut the creeps where he can. Well, first he's got to get out with the rest of his life intact, but Niku just keeps on chasing him on the Ember Spirit. Now hit him with that silence. Momentary TA trap silence got him in the end, though, as Chiro Jr. is unable to jaunt away NAVI. They may have lost their Razor, but they still have that Aegis intact, and they could go straight to the high ground.
Some TB illusions are able to do it, but nobody else has really been able to control any of these waves. Even this little battle, this is just Niku fighting for lane control. The rest of the team is here, though.
Baited in here a little bit.
Yeah, he does not know.
The spear, he just jumped into it.
Oh, no.
The rest of the team was coming in from behind, so he thought he could just charge up there. Yules goes out on the Templar Assassin. He blinks back.
I mean, what are the odds? They're all sitting on that hill, right? This TA hits way too damn hard. Full swift blink. Just gonna chop them up.
If they lose a fight 4 versus 5. Navi's coming in.
Even without the Ember,
Malik is going to be able to get the spear back, and PMA is just going to die almost at the very start. Does get a 4-step, resets a little bit. BKB, and he TPs away. Looks like Navi is calling it quits on this one. Zayat, he'll be left behind. But they do not lose their Razor, which was a close call. Actually, maybe Chiro Jr., he gets +1 out of this. He's got Blink Dagger plus Coil. He's going to get the Coil on the Templar Assassin and go after the Warlock. Got the BKB on Got the Juice. They kill the Warlock. Got the Juice, starts backing away to his tier 2. Blinks over, big damage, hits the puck. Phase shift, pretty easy dodge.
BKB on TA.
Right into Watson. As soon as these BKBs are down, one disable and Watson can start going to work. Even PMA is not going to make it out easily. Slight chains holding back all these heroes gives a chance, actually. Malik dies from that, and it saves PMA, who almost dies to his own refraction illusion. Niku, BKB, last little instances of this, he's got to get back up to the base. As good as that slight chains was, the execution on Malik, He is playing with fire here, poking at Yandex the way he is.
Oh, what a toss back.
Toss back onto Watson. Watson, who had already used his Sunder, still has a Manta, gets rid of the chain, Thermite silence, and Niku overcommits, thinking he had the chance, that he had the opportunity. Not the case.
But you don't have a refresher on the Mars right now, and you're waiting for meta. 2 seconds.
Mid lane's pushing in, top lane's pushing in, but all focus is on this Roshan. It is going to switch over in a minute, so if nothing decisive happens here. Avalanche on 2, toss back onto Watson with the Scythe of Vice there as well. Committing, but he's only got him to half HP. Watson now pops his meta. Let's see if he can get off a good Sunder here. Got the juice, trying to put damage on him. There's the Sunder, back up the full health, beating into PMA. PMA is going to die here. Watson half HP, another round of the Avalanche, toss up in the air, almost dead.
Oh, he's still alive.
Now turns hitting Nico, he's not going to die as well. Watson, triple kill, a buyback has to be forced. Nico all in for this kill. Shiva's to run him down. They finally get it, and the puck as well. Through the buybacks, they will push through Yandex's heroes on this high ground. They will take over this Roshan pit. 3 cores dead, support slipping away into the night, but it doesn't matter. Na'Vi will get the Roshan.
Just go for the big play. Try and bring some of these heroes down in the coil.
PMA certainly knows his job. It's to charge in there with the smoke. He's leading it. Zayats will follow through with that. Got the toss back. Automality. Jump in the middle of this. The Aeon Disc. Sparing Zayats a little bit, but the Niku is going to be in some trouble here. Got off the sleight of fist. Does manage to jump back to his prison on just a sliver of HP. Watson, though, he's dicing up the supports. Now he turns his attention over to PMA. PMA being body blocked out by Chira Jr. on top of the Scotty. He will not be able to finish off Chira Jr. Now for the Templar Assassin. Can they deal with Got the Juice? Watson certainly showing
he's
got the advantage here with his Terror Blade. Shreds through the first light.
What are these
now the
remnants?
second light with a refraction. Nico's just hopping all around. Instantly got the got the juice. BKB, TP away.
He could die.
It's a close call. He dies.
Oh,
big crits come out.
Crits. Dude, he got so many crits there. That's disgusting. Very sick moves from Nico to get out of there. Pops coil with the Aeon and then dodges the second coil.
Malik, look at Malik. He wants it. He wants it. He fishes for it. He doesn't get it. Immediately going to be Scythe of Ice, and he's going to be tossed back with the static link on him as well. Zayats may have just traded his life for the Mars. He's trying to get out with a Force Staff. Well, Malik goes for what he can. Pops BKB Arena, but does die. Bulwarking the wrong way. Watson
Needs a Sunder.
BKB needs a Sunder. Needs a Sunder.
No.
He's not going to get it. Got the
Perfect
juice.
BKB.
It takes him out before the Sunder can go off, and now no buyback on the Mars, and maybe forced into a buyback, especially against, the Arena is so good at protecting that throne.
No, you're gonna have to fight for the dub here.
Kira Jr. chasing after him, nullifier on Zayats, unable to get the Force Staff away as easily. Aeon Disc, nice spear. From a distance, Arena catching Riddies, drops the Golem on him, but the Bull Sports are still going to be caught here. And a coil snap on PMA. PMA in big trouble. Got off the cheese, heals up, Scythe of Ice, and he kills the puck as a result. He's not the one to go down here. Watson, now he's going to be Scythe of Iced up. He has a refresher. He has another BKB off of that refresher. Just going to use the Hurricane Pike to get up to the high ground. Has to BKB defensively here. Malik pushing back these heroes. Refresher. Now to Arena with the coil on top of that. Watson comes back in, but he's not really sure. Can I hit these heroes or not?
Needs a Sunder. And he's not getting one.
No.
Had to refresh just to get out of there.
No buybacks for Yandex. They'll have 1 in 30 seconds. That'll be Soxa's. And then they need some gold for Malik's. But they're kind of left in this last life. They got the spear back onto the Templar Assassin with that Divine Rapier. Can they take him down easily the once? Okay, easy. What about the second time, though?
Yes, no BKB. It's on cooldown.
They're going to be able to grab him. They got him off the dead shot.
Is it now?
Down. BKB goes out now before the spear, but he's going to die. Divine Rapier on the ground. Malik picks it up. And they're winning this fight. The rest of the PMA tries to go into Watson. No chance at winning that. And all of a sudden, Yandex have just been gifted a Divine Rapier. And they're going straight to the tier 4. So they're going to force these buybacks out of Na'Vi.
There's no glyph for Na'Vi.
Toss back onto the puck. Good catch if they can get it. The Scythe of Ice does not go out. Okay, it goes out now. They keep this hero here with Golem dropping on him, trying to commit. Phase shift goes out. He's going to reset a little bit. Can he get a blink away? He cannot. An orb is up in a second. Another phase shift. Yule's up in the air. Avalanche covering him. Toss up, and he almost got him another phase shift. Blink up.
Blink.
1 second. Nah, too much AoE damage. They get the puck, and they didn't have to use the buyback of the Templar Assassin.
Just used the Crimson, but they did use Terror Wave, they used Demon Seal. He does have meta backup, no refresher, but meta available for Watson.
Now the Crimson up in 4 seconds time. They're gonna need it.
Oh, he got the spear.
Malik got the initiation on the T. Whoa, the Wind Waker save. It might have just bailed down. Got the juice. Double Arena's covering things up. The Ancients and double. So has got the juice. Got the juice is dead.
Not enough.
Not gonna be able to finish up the Ancient. They're gonna have to buy back to play for this one. The Ancient's almost dead, but they're pushing back. He's who is left? Can the Templar Assassin get here? Butcher travel in. He's about to go for it. Go straight for the throat. Oh my second. What? 5 HP is all that's needed. He just needs 2 shots. A dead shot hits him. Got the juice. Needs some trouble. Oh my! Go finish it off on the Ember Spear. They get it in the end. Na'Vi seconds away from losing the fight. Seconds away from losing the game, losing the series.
Also, the last arena, it didn't cover the full throne. So even though Got the Juice was in the arena, he could still hit the throne because the barrier didn't actually protect it.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many small things, and Mr. Got the Juice, like, buybacking there, you know, if your play fails, like, the game is cooked.
It's over.
Like, you're cooked straight up. I mean,
that's,
AA4 or what?
Oh, I'm sorry for A1. I'm like, brother, you are cooking way too hard. Let's take a chill. Okay.
that's bad. That's a big whoopsie from Navi. You gotta remember to ban this. Oh boy.
Again, silver linings, lads. If you do miss an Ice Blast, go crazy.
He's pretty bad against mobility. He's very bad against pipe / BKB in general. So if Navi can use some of those things against the AA, find him early in the fights, it'll be huge. There's
Already
nice
starting
kill.
things off. I was going to say, it feels like what you're talking about with this Ancient Apparition, that a lot of this lineup relies upon Malik having a good game. That doesn't really work out because you can't chain it.
No, you can't.
Right. If he's below the threshold, like the Shalgrave wears, maybe you cart overlap on the Shalgrave.
Yeah, you cart, and then you grave him, and then you cart him again as the grave.
You can't re-cart it. Like, he's going to be out of the cart for a second and under that threshold. Nico commits. Nico gets the kill. Ooh. Another mid lane one for Nico. It was a close call, but he got there.
You land a bushwhack on that win run.
Especially with the level 6 is here for the Huskar. So, Riddies and Zions both closing in. Got him in the bushwhack. Win run. Going to be largely ruined here. Cheer Jr. 100% dead, and as you said, no rotations really possible. All they can do is try and win their side lanes here. Spear from Malik was not going to finish the job on Got the Juice, nor pin him, so he stays alive. PMA does die on the other side, though.
If you're Yandex, with how poorly this mid lane is going, there's a catapult alive mid. Double ward committed from Navi on both sides of mid lane. They are really putting the pressure on. It's going to find a freebie in the river.
Freebies all over the place. Niku. Got to be feeling really fantastic. And with the rest of this Ace run, I think he wants to chase down the Wind Ranger with Zion sitting on the high ground. Chira Jr. reads it when runs out of there. I'm thinking about these other matchups that the Huskar is facing into. Obviously, the Ancient Apparition is a problem. How well do you think Kez matches up into the Huskar? Because I feel like with this quick kill on Malik, Niku getting farther and farther ahead, he is going to be super far ahead, and while I think Kez is probably okay, that silence has got to be a problem for Kez.
Maybe that silence is annoying. I could see like the Ags taunt plus silence being annoying for Kez in the late game, but Kez has to just dice this hero up. He's a physical burst machine, so.
And Saksa are going to be ready to deter this aggression from Na'Vi. They're just going to keep going at it over and over and over again. Chira Jr. is going to be pulled in underneath the tier 2. Look at Watson rotating over. They want to try and punish Niku for this, saying he's too far forward. They've got to put him down here. But there goes the Shalgrave. There goes the Stampede. Watson slowed down. This is a problem. Niku, he's staying alive. Chira Jr. trying to focus him down with the focus fire. He's poking away at him. The bushwhack, reset, armlet, retoggle. It turns around, kills Chira Jr. Not what Yandex were hoping for. The first big rotation to try and stop this Huskar. But Na'Vi are able to defend it and deflect it effortlessly. Niku can solo Roshan without a problem, but they got to make sure that there isn't any interference. Malik, with the scan, is making his way over. bypasses Riddies, throws out the spear, almost caught him with the pitch at the same time. Niku gets the armlet retoggle. He stays alive. Malik playing around it. Arena on Niku here. Of course, with the dazzle behind it, Malik can't really commit. The rest of the team is not moving to help him at all.
Oh.
He died to Roche. A failed armlet toggle. Malik, he did it.
Oh, no.
He got him.
Not like this.
Like how he did everything he didn't work, but somehow walking away, and then Niku gets caught. Good shackle, PMA, who was totally free farming, and this was supposed to be the trade-off, is that they were supposed to kill the Centaur while the Roshan was dying. Instead, the Roshan doesn't die, Niku dies, and now PMA joins him in the grave.
I guess you can't see it anymore. Oh, there it is.
Ice blast.
It's out of the range.
Oh, they were caught right on the edge there. Still, though, he's going to find the high ground ward. Okay, yeah, you saw it coming. Good for you. Got the juice. Trying to catch up to this ancient apparition. Got the pullback on the bushwhack onto Malik. Malik, he's dead. He'll get off Spear Arena to hold in these heroes. Navi can now look back to it as Niku gets his revenge for the tipping earlier. They saw that, though. All the pings. Zayat's, he's been pinging this. I think he maybe was looking at the watcher. He might have seen some of that animation, or maybe they just know that Watson's going to be playing up here.
Yeah, I think they know he's probably up here somewhere. Might just
He
die.
spots him. Watson, big trouble here. They hold on to the bushwhack, and that's all it takes. If Watson isn't allowed to TP away, he's done for.
This game is rough for Yandex right now.
Speaking of instantaneous follow-up, Soxa is looking to do just that. He also buys a blink dagger. So we're going to see that ancient apparition tech where you just blink in, instant ice.
Oh, they
blast.
found him.
They got him. Got the Huskar off that high ground. Man, that high ground ward is done amazing for them. It gets Watson all this extra farm. Now it gets them a monster kill on Niku. 739 gold. Who cares about Malady dying, man? This move was so much bigger. That cold feet didn't latch before their twin gate channel. That's crazy. Well, they're going to take Tormentor. Yandex are doing what they can to cut the map, though Malik, he cut the mid lane with this arcane rune. Zayas is already on his trail, throws out the arena, but PMA just blinks into it, hits the stomp. A little bit of slowdown there from the plasma field. Spear back. Malik, 1 second for the blink. He can blink, but where's he going to go with it? Can't blink in the wrong direction. Blinks up, does not run into Riddies here. Into the trees he goes. Chira Jr. jump by Niku. Niku with a BKB. Malik is going to show up. God's Rebuke trying to push back this Huskar, but it means he gets pulled into by the bushwhack. Malik playing sacrificial. Go for the ice blast. Hits it onto Niku. Niku, he's going to tick out here. Big hit from Soxa. Blink in, ice blast finds its mark. Now Chira Jr. Desperate TP away. No blink up, but the bushwhack. Oh,
Excuse me, Mr. Gabe Newell at ValveSoftware.com. Hello. I mean, the only thing I can see there is you maybe just missed the hero.
Yeah,
which it kind of looked like.
100%.
But you know,
he threw it.
But come on, give it to him.
Watson
Just give it.
running to 2 with the Raven's Veil. Already got the link on him though with the bushwhack. Great reaction from Zayat. They both reacted super fast to that. Watson trying too hard to get stuff done. I mean, I assume, you know, like how Mickey just always uses Eye of the Storm off cooldown when it comes to farming early. I assume he's just been able to do that since all the attention has been on the Huskar.
Sure.
Stampede goes out. They do manage to kill Soxa. Great opening. Malik hits the spear and got the juice. Not much they can do about that. They're going after Zions. Get that easy kill. He TP's back. The rest of the team falls through, though, after got the juice, who's at a half HP. Nice shackle shot, but as they run into the dazzle, they have to give this up. They get hexed up. They also had the Shalgrave to worry about. It's just not worth extending out into all this. Yandex, they get caught here. I mean, they are so close to being potentially broken here. The initiation is going to whiff. Chira Jr. backs away, gives the heads up to Mars, an ancient apparition, to run down the river. Let's see if they get out. They have BKB on Malik, so he should escape, no problem. He's going to pop it. Actually, they're going to go for the kill on Nico, see if they did enough burst damage. It's close. I think he takes out the Shallow Grave. Expired. Get him inside the cart. Get him inside the cart. He's got no.
It went the last anyway. It was running out. He would have died no matter what.
Yeah, fair.
they can just land the few stuns they have to set up the damage, it'll all come together quickly.
Smoke into a smoke, though. There is this high ground ward. They're going to spunk out the juice. They jump in. They get the spear on him. All in with the Ice Blast. They get him inside the cart, but the Ice Blast still comes through, and it's going to do some damage. Razor's going to do a lot in this little period of time. He got to the other side of the arena. He's not going to take out the Ice Blast. They didn't do enough damage. Just too quick of a reaction to PMA. In fact, PMA didn't even die.
I told you, man. I told you it's the Centaur Razor you got to worry about in this game. Oh man, he is shredding them from that cart.
And they catch Toxa as well. Just the +1 as Zayat
Those finish refresher
trying to escape.
So that's big. But that's a lost Roche fight. And
4 minutes of Aegis time. One lane of Barracks already dead. Good spear back. Another Ice Blast attempted. This time, a Yules to stop the Centaur. Beautiful play from Malik. That's going to ensure the Razor dies here once. Malik,
another Ice Blast.
Take up as much as he can. Another Ice Blast comes through. Does hit Nico. Nico's low. Chira Jr. trying to chase after him. A Yules counter, though. Chira Jr. couldn't get quite enough damage. Nico, it looks like, yes, he will survive throughout the Ice Blast. Razor comes back in with the taunt and blow up Chira Jr. and got the juice just living inside their base, destroying the back-to-back team fights for Na'Vi, and that should do it.
is that it?
I do kind of wonder, instead of that second Ice Blast, if they went for the Razor on his revive.
I think they should have,
The
honestly.
Ice Blast, trying to focus him down. Again, Malik is really good at hitting these Yules to stop the cart play. Niku's gonna die as a result, but what about the Razor, man? You still have the buyback.
What about your throne?
Seconds left until Kez. Throne, Ancient exposed. They have to go for it. Got the juice. Already starts draining the damage away from Malady. Well, they're pushing back the Huskar, but they can't kill anything. BKB hitting Ancient. Watson trying to hit. Got the juice. Got the juice. He turns back around. Shalagraven just finishes off the Ancient. No problem. Na'Vi will advance to the grand finals of Blast Slam 6.
What a turn in this series. From being like down 2-1, it looks like they're just going to get knocked out 3-1 cleanly by Yandex, controlling the tempo, controlling the drafts. They barely win that game 4 with the last hit from TA